to me all the time.
You know what? For the educational minute to our Phoenix Business Exchange, now that we're lit live and we're up and running, welcome to, hey, the East End edition Phoenix Business Exchange. And you know what? December 3rd. Where'd that happen? How'd that happen? Oh my gosh. That means like year end, beginning of the month. Bring in your stats to Tony. If you're a Phoenix member, send it in. He's updating the stats, which we're going to cover in a few seconds. And you were going to get an educational minute. I'm just looking around the screen to see who looks most vibrant and willing to accept that fine honor for the educational minute. And the eyes looking away tell me everything. Oh, Sam, tag, you're it. And so I'm going to share the screen, and we'll go from there. Sam has always got great wisdom about cars. Eric too about taxes, but let's keep it festive today. Not that Eric can't keep it festive; he can. Member of the week is Mr. Tony Jennis. And you want to know what he does? Click the little red button right here. Go down that rabbit hole. Get some sound bathing, all that good stuff, tuning, feng shui, the whole 9 yards. He's also the leader for the Phoenix Business Exchange, owns and operates. Click here to see the video of what Tony does. And in fact, Tony's our speaker today. So, stay tuned to get into these meetings. Click one of these red buttons. So Monday morning, 8 to 9 Eastern, Bell's Corners. This morning, 8 to 9 Eastern, Wednesday morning, East End edition, Thursday, South End, same time, different day. December 2nd, we've had that. If you didn't show up, it's too late. You'll have to wait till January. I believe it's January 5th, whatever the Tuesday date, the first Tuesday in January for the After Hours group led by Penny Lee. And it's about staying on track with your goals, both personal and business wise. East Trade Winds. We are meeting every Tuesday, so we have one coming up. We have two more coming up for this year, and then we're doing a hiatus and for Christmas, and we're not far off from doing our own here in Phoenix. Facebook Live Meditation, December 5th, 1:30 p.m. Come on in and join it. Sound bathing event, December 17th. So Tony's going to talk about sound bathing probably a little bit today, I'm going to suspect, because he's getting his mic ready and he's got all his bowls out there ready to be rung. Sorry, that was a slip of the tongue. Penny Lee's got the dance and moving on. Penny Lee's got dance and movement is medicine with neo classes. So listen, if you've been sitting or your job makes you kind of stay parked in one spot, I'm betting it'll get you moving. So it's either online or in-person classes. She also has a Friends Friday potluck, December 12th at 6:30 p.m. That's not online. That's in person. Bring food. Hear somebody talking today and going, hey, want to know more about that person and what they do? Here's the QR directory for all the members. Speaking of the QR code that's over our shoulders, on some of our shoulders, that is a e-card. That's part of the deal with being part of Phoenix. You have a business card that's electronic. You can share either a link or a card that you can tap or scan, and people can reach you. You can share your contact details effortlessly, and people can find the best route to reach you. Over $4.9 million worth of business conducted between members since 2016, which is a really good number. Year to date, we're at $185,000 worth of business between the members, just the members, not people that we referred outside the membership. So if you want to know more, click on the link. Come on in today if you're a business. Want to apply? Hit the tag button right here. And I know yesterday was a special day for sharing. If you are donating, there are lots of people out there canvassing for donations. It might be a little too late for making that multiplier effect, but support your local food bank, and this is kind of the time of need. It's either cash. Cash is always king. But followed soon by the Queen of Food and our clothing. So if we're involved with the Canada Food Cupboard here in the West End, but pick one that's near you or the food bank, the Ottawa Food Bank. And I'm going to swing over to Mr. Sam Storos for an educational moment. Sam, what do you?
Thank you, Bernie. I don't know how much education this is, but it's I would consider it to be common sense. This is fortunately the time of year where we have lots of snow and ice on the roads, and there's nothing better than to understand that you don't have the grip that you had a few months ago on the roads. You may have snow tires on, hopefully you do, and with lots of tread, and maybe even have an all-wheel drive vehicle. But those things don't stay on the road when you're driving, you're exceeding the conditions that you're in. Just understand that when the snow's on the road or there's ice on the road, you will not have the grip you had before, and you need to slow down. I know it's Christmas time and you're going to be running around a little bit, maybe buying gifts or rushing to some party or something like that. But please, when you see the snows on the ground or you see there's ice in the ground, slow down, leave lots of room between you and the vehicle ahead of you so you don't have an accident. I was going to my squash game on Monday evening down the bottom of the hill here, and sure enough, there was all kinds of ambulances and emergency vehicles, and there was a RAV4 right up against the pole in the middle of or the other side of the intersection. Obviously, the person had gone too fast for the conditions and ended up smashing that vehicle into the hydro pole that I noticed. And I don't like to see things like that. And I'm sure the person that had the accident didn't want to have that accident. But just use some common sense. Or if you don't have common sense, look at the roads and say, hey, I better slow down. It's winter. That's it for me, Bernie. Back to you.
Sam, thank you so much. And here is our LinkedIn Live post link. Please put your contact details in that space. It's a good way to promote what's going on. And then follow up to what Sam was just talking about, because if you're going to slip slide away, you might need a tow truck. And so that's one of the things we're looking for is a tow operator for to join the group. Just kind of worked out well that way. So if you know someone that wants to enhance their marketing reach, have them connect with us. And okay, fickle finger of fate's going to swing around the room and we're going to say who's going to get to talk next. Susan Ebbs, and then we will go to Eric. Susan, over to you, ma'am. What's happening?
Oh, there it is. Good morning, one and all. How are you doing? I don't know about you, but I'm not impressed with this winter weather. I think I'll join Wendy down in Costa Rica. Sounds like a great idea. Excuse me. I represent a company called Melaleuca.com. I don't think we're down there yet, but we can work on that. And Melaleuca is a company that specializes in non-toxic cleaning products. Today, I thought I'd emphasize a product that I haven't really talked too much about, but it's like the best one you've ever seen. No work shower spray. So what you do is after you've finished your shower, you just spray everywhere in the shower, that is, and it will help to get rid of soap scum, anything else that might have accumulated over the day or week. And you don't have to scrub. It just automatically releases all the buildup. But it's nothing that's going to cause an asthma attack. It's non-toxic, as I mentioned, and it smells good. So we like to help people save money. It's concentrated. A little goes a long way. And let me see. Wendy and I have ongoing business, and Penny Lee and I have ongoing business, and I don't think I had any BAMs this week. So remember, clean that shower on a regular basis. Thank you.
Susan, thank you so much. And quick promo there for East Trade Winds. If you want to come on in, free to attend. And Kat Hurd has a presentation in there about Google, so it's kind of a good thing to work with. Eric, and then Wendy. Over to you, Eric.
Thank you, Bernie. I'm running a bit late today. Signs of the time. I find that we are working in this office a little bit beyond, beyond our comfort zone. So I'm having a meeting this morning with my staff to just bring them down back to earth to make sure that we're all working and enjoying the workplace. So that's my message about who we are and what we do. We're accountants and management consultants. We are going through a tough time in economic times in the Ottawa area. I lost something like 4 or 5 restaurant clients that went under. Um, you know, I swore 20 years ago that I was not going to do any restaurants, and you know, because of referrals, because of people being different, because of marketplaces being different, I took a chance on. It's not that I took a chance because we didn't lose any money. We just lost the client. But I lost 4 clients. We are looking at government consultants being reclassified. You know, like there's a lot of clients that we have that are incorporated clients, and the government is trying to say that they are not really corporations, that they're really personal based businesses working in the government. When that happens and they revoke your Canadian controlled private corporation status and you become a personal services corporation, your tax rate goes from 12.5% to 38% federal and 12% provincial. So 50% tax rate. And, you know, to a lot of people, it forces them to become employees. So we have 2 or 3 of those cases going around. So December is usually a festive month, but this year is not as festive as before. And I'm going to remain to my staff that it's still a festive month, not to take it too hard, too badly. 613-254-7310.
Eric, thank you so much. Just a quick reminder, leverage cat herd. If you have some event that's coming along that you want to promote that you're involved with, whether it's directly in your business or you're going to be a Santa elf on a Christmas parade, let the cat herd know about it. She'll share that information in the Phoenix social media streams. Oh, I like that finger. I like that finger. I can't imagine who'll be running around in green tights. Not me. I say that now. Wendy. And then we will go to Sam and then Jacqueline. Wendy, go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Wendy Chung, real estate broker with Century 21 Synergy and the Ottawa Housing Condo Group. Eric brought up a really good point. There's a lot of people who are going through very tough times, not only financially, but also emotionally and mentally as well. It's so important that we as a group support each other as much as we can to make sure that we stay in business. You know, 5 restaurants closing, that's a big thing. You know, I wonder how many deals didn't close this year because the circumstances of buyers changed between the time that they firmed up on their purchase and the time that they had to fund, you know, and close on the house that they're buying. We are going through very tough times. I deal with a lot of tenants and landlords as well as buyers and sellers. And I recently learned that one of the tenants who I'm working with, her husband just lost his job 2 weeks ago. And you know what? They weren't able to make rent. That's really, really tough because the landlord is depending on that rent to pay for that mortgage. You know, so there is a ripple effect going on. All to say that we have to continue to support people as best we can. And it's unfortunate because at some point or other, there's a financial commitment or at least a financial downfall for someone within that chain. So let's try to do our best and continue to support local businesses because this is our community. This is where we live. If you know of anyone that is looking for some real estate information or advice, please feel free to give them my name and number. I'd be very happy to talk to them. I hope to see everyone on Saturday, even if it's only for 30 minutes. It'd just be nice to regroup with everybody here today. Thank you.
Good point, Wendy. There is we're at Callisto's and that event's coming up and it's a Greek meal and come on in. So what can go wrong? I don't see anything wrong there, boo-boo. Let's go for that nibble. Sorry, that was really just off color. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Sam, Speaking of Greek backgrounds, what's up, man?
Thank you, Bernie. Morning, everyone. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. There's my contact information in the chat. Well, dash cameras are my main thing, and they are a great gift to give someone at Christmas time. Just a hint that it is Christmas time. But don't just run out there and buy any dash camera. There is a big difference between the good ones and the bad ones. And I would caution you, if you don't know much about it, do some research or give me a call, because I have a little bit of background there when it comes to dash cameras. Make sure that the lenses are good enough to catch the license plate numbers of the vehicle ahead of you and behind you, as well as nighttime lenses as well, because that's when it's challenging for the camera to be able to pick up the license plates at night. Also, parking mode. I highly recommend parking mode. So if the dash camera you're looking at does not have that feature, I would recommend shying away from it. If you don't know what you're doing, again, I mentioned give me a call, and I gladly pass along what I know when it comes to dash cameras. I've installed many different makes and models, and I kind of have a background when it comes to what works and what doesn't work. Besides that, I'm wearing, I got a new supply of toques. And for those who come to the Christmas party on Saturday, you will have a gift from me as one of these toques. So my brother supplied these. Where's the camera? There it is. A whole bunch more of these to give out to my customers and to my friends at Phoenix. That's it for me, Sam Sturris, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of the vehicle and a heck of a lot more.
Sam, thank you so much. And so, just as a quick note, we're also looking for a home appraiser to join the our group. You have them reach out to Penny Lee. As a side note, next Monday at 1 p.m., Cat Herd's also doing a chat at the Power Hour, which is a Canada Growth Connect or Canada Connect, Canada CGN. I'm going to do that now because obviously my toes, my tongue are dancing with each other. Come on in and. Kat's doing a presentation on social media. Jacqueline, over to you before I stumble more.
You can stumble because you took that long, deep breath. Woohoo! You lifted your shoulders, you took them back, and you released them down, didn't you, Bernie? You and Wallace Waddles would be thinking that pioneering, I know you like that one too, right? He's a pioneering author who wrote the book, The Science of Getting Rich. So when we're talking about or thinking about people who have been challenged over the course of this year, and they've sat down with their families sometimes, or maybe on their own, and wondered, what happened? Did I not do a vision board session with Jacqueline Richard de Vegas? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But his work emphasized the power of positive thinking. It emphasized creative visualization. And it also emphasizes that acting in a certain way can have you achieve wealth and success. Very basic, but some forget that they absolutely could do that. So while I coach for clarity, it's not about correction. It's because people don't need fixing. They just need space to reconnect with their inner wisdom. Sometimes it incorporates their mortgages, and sometimes it incorporates yoga so they can touch their toes. When you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, and you know you need to take that long, deep breath, lift your shoulders, take them back, drop them down, and you need to contact your mortgage honey.
Oh, I like that. Any BAMs? Referrals?
Referrals are coming for next week. I'm going to have a BAM with Kelly next week. I will reiterate that I had a BAM with Carla Lee, the Canada Food Bank. Amazing. What happens there? Wendy, you know that. We get it. We see it. We know that we've got clients who are afraid to say, I need to step in through those doors of the food bank. Carrie Lee understands that too. Anyway, so that's what I get to say today.
Perfect.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you. So as another Canada Growth Network piece for people that didn't take up the cyber offer, it's now 47. However, if you're a member of Phoenix, reach out to Tony. The old pricing still holds true. So if you're a member of Phoenix, you get the $1 for the month, and then 39 thereafter. And so there's just a quick share point on that. For myself, I've covered everybody. Yeah, Tony's been doing the presentation. I'm Bernie. I do podcasts, Knack for Business podcast. We're entering into launching season 4. Involved in a lot of things. Canada Growth Network is one of them. East Trade Winds is the other. A good place to just network, and that's kind of the essence of what I do is the networking piece. I'm introducing people. So if you're looking to do that pivot, or you're looking to expand the horizon, you're looking to reach out to other people, have a chat with me. We'll have a BAM. We can do it at Hive and so forth. It's all good. I'm going to stop talking because you know what? We got some sound coming our way, and it's not me. Mr. Tony Jennis, over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Bernie. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I had some problem with some speakers and some microphones this morning. So, well, it's wanted to mention, first of all, yeah, we have that Christmas party on Saturday, so looking forward to seeing some of you there. That'll be great. And we also have the New Year's ball that we've got. We bought a table with Phoenix, and we had 8 altogether. We sold 6 right away. We still have 2 left, so if anybody's interested in joining us, we'd be happy to have you. All right. So just to give you, as far as business so far, been doing business with Josh. Again, there's things happening on my website that I had him do some work for. Did a BAM with Kelly, ongoing business with Rahel, and of course a lot of business with Eric. Thank you very much, Eric, for. I know you're overwhelmed. I can feel it, you know, and the fact that you're handling it, I think it's marvelous. It really is. It's not easy what you do. So just wanted to acknowledge that, you know. And I sent a referral to Shane. I have a client that had, believe it or not, 20 concussions over a 4-year period playing hockey. And I says, I have just the guy for you. He used to be an ex-hockey player, and he's now specializing in concussions. She says, what's his name? I need him. So perfect. It made me so happy to be able to give that. And I went on to, on my phone, went on to the Phoenix site, went on to the QR, you know, the QR list, and I found it, made it bigger. Here you go. And this way they got it right on their phone. That's the best way to handle a referral. And yeah, so basically, at this time of year, I mean, it is a festive time, but what we're seeing is lately, and it's been like 3 or 4 in a row, and I know there's more coming. There's a lot of people that don't look at this time of year as happy because it's an anniversary of when their father passed away, or when their mother passed away, or something, or their pet passed away, or something. There's always something linked to it. Even with myself, in 1980, my father passed away, and it was really difficult because that was on November the 24th, a month before. And it was really hard opening up a gift that I know he wrapped, that he wasn't there to see my reaction. And you know, when I got into this sort of energy that I'm in, it's now, like he says, I haven't gone anywhere. I was still with you the whole time. And sometimes people need to hear that yes, it's a physical loss, but it's not a total loss. They're just in the kitchen where you're now in the living room. It's just a relationship in a different format. It's something different. When people hear that, well, what's he saying, you know? And so anybody that wants a reading, like at Christmas, if you know somebody who's really having a tough time, especially if it's the first year, even the second, if after 10 years they're still having the same reaction as if it happened last week, then they need to see me, because now they're holding on to that, and this is why the loved one cannot come closer. Just to give you a quick lesson there, when a person is in that energetic grabby mood, like I really miss this person, they won't come anywhere near you, because it's dangerous for them. Because the thing is, they're in 6th dimension, 6th, 7th dimension. That's sort of Heaven's Gate as we know it, but it's a different frequency. our frequency is really, really low in terms of in the difference. So they have to come down to get to our dimension because they're so high dimension when they're in that state. If they get too close, then they can't go back. Then they're trapped. The only time they can go back is if someone like myself is high energy, then they turn into what we call a slippery pig, or or like a trout. They're really slippery, and they can't grab onto them. Yeah, that's a term that I heard years ago. But the point is that with someone like myself, they can safely come and they can sit right beside the person, and there's no fear that they will be grabbed because the light is so intense in its comparison. So if someone comes in for a reading, we can certainly give that. And as soon as we could train those people to bring down their energy and be more of a, how's it going, Dad? How's it going, Mom? How's it going, brother? Whoever that you're talking to, then you're more liable to get more messages, more dreams. Well, the dream state they could come anytime. But in the awake state, it's not as much. And even when I go to networking groups, I still hear people say, and I know this one particular person, they lost her son about 8 years ago, and she still identifies herself as, "Hi, I'm the mother of my son that died 8 years ago." When it becomes an identity, that becomes very, very potent. There's no way that energy is going to get anywhere near them, and they won't come in for readings or anything. So they think that there's no connection. It's just that it's a safety thing. They have to go back to the dimension that they're in, in that reality. So we have to sort of soften up the longing. All right. So anyway, we. At this time, speaking of stress and so on, the crystal for this month is called lithium quartz. This is like a natural antidepressant. It brings people's anxiety down. It brings people's, like, if we're all over the place. There are some people that are so nervous, so full of anxiety that at this time of year, or many times, that this will sort of help you balance your energies a little bit. This is it's a little more rare than the usual quartz, but it really works on the anxiety and anxiousness part of it. So if you know somebody who's anxious, have them call me. I have a few left. I've sold over 3 or 4 already over the last week, and it's on my website and so on. And so these are good crystals to have at this time of year. You could use it as a necklace or as a bracelet. This particular one's a bracelet, so it's always with you. And as soon as it passes and you're into January, the anxiety perhaps will drop a little bit, then you don't need it as much, but then you can always put it on when you feel anxious. So if you're coming up and you're doing a presentation or something and you're nervous, it will settle you down, okay? Now, the other thing is, when we come in for a tuning session, it's a lot like the same thing. Like, I'm going to give you a little demonstration of some of the things I do when a client comes in, and with the experience that they get. Those of you that have come in, I really, really appreciate you trying something different. Then again, these are like thousands of years old. The things that I'm doing was done thousands of years ago, but it's being reintroduced as a holistic sort of an alternative way to be able to keep your health in check. Just know this: when your energy is optimal and always balanced, you never get sick, you never get ill, and there's always because disease can't survive in a high vibrational body. It cannot. So it has to be something that you're worried about, something that you're fearing, something that you're avoiding, something that is just, you don't want to have any part of it, and you're angry, you're guilty, you feel like you have shame. Some people, when you walk into their home, they have a shoe upside down and they're totally stressed that the house is upside down. It says, no, it's okay. You don't have to, if it takes you literally, if someone calling from the airport and they said they're going to be there in 15 minutes. If you can sort of tidy up a little bit in 15 minutes, that's not clutter. It's when you have 15 people over 7 weekends that need to clean your house. That's more of a clutter thing that you need to do. I experienced that when I was in my moving business, and of course when I started doing feng shuis in people's homes, I started doing that. We come in and we said, look, don't clean, because we're assessing the energy of your home. So it's just like cutting your hair and then going to the hairdresser to get it finalized. Like, you don't do that, right? Or showering before you get something done. But the idea here is when and the energy is in your home, you leave it the way it is. So when someone's assessing your energy, this is where we can better pinpoint where some of the things are in because your home and your body are the same thing. I can pretty much guess within a few $100s how much funds a person has in their bank by looking at part of their home, because it exudes that. Now, I don't tell that to everybody, but it's not really my business to know. However, when I was first got into this business, I had several people that approached me that wanted a deal. They had a deal for me. It was a $50,000 buy-in, and within 3 months they said I'd double my money. Well, that sounds good on the outside, and I know Eric's probably saying, yeah, it's probably, but this was a friend of mine that said this is a great deal. It's a real estate deal. They're just having some issues with some financing, and they just need this additional $50,000. And so I said, okay, well, let's meet at your house, so I can see what energy is exuding from their home. And as soon as I walked in, he says, would you like a coffee or tea or something? I says, yeah, I'm going to get a tea, because a tea takes longer, right? So it gives me time then to go into the money section. And all I saw in the money section was dead plants, a cracked mirror, several other things, that everything was on the opposite side of prosperity, okay? And so I read it that this person is not in a good space. Then I went into their love section, and I saw everything as the energy is exuding of being a bachelor. One of something. It always has to be two of something. So it was always one and one. Had a big picture of a girl staring into the ocean all by herself. And I says, this guy is not going to do well. You can just read it. And so anyway, when we sat down, I said, no, I don't think I'm going to do this. He says, oh, but this is going to be a great deal. I said, well, let me time to think about it, and I'll get back to you. About 3 weeks later, I found out that he got divorced. His wife left with another man, so he's now single, and he took all this money. That would have been mine too. So there are ways to read this energy without, because what people say is one thing, but their energy doesn't lie. Simple as that. So if you're sort of taught and learned how to see those things, you could save a lot of money. So let's have a little bit of a relaxing time. I want you to sit in your chair. I want to make sure that your speakers are working. Either you have headphones or earphones. If you have an external speaker, would be the best, because then you can hear all the little sounds and so on. And we're going to give you a little bit of a relaxing time to start your day, okay? And it is Christmas, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a Christmas flair for you, okay? So if you're all ready, if you need earphones or anything else, just so you can hear those sounds, that would be great. I'm just going to move my microphone so it's more facing. And this is what I now have. I started with about 5 bowls. I now have 25, because anything I do, I go through turbo insanity. And this is what it looks like. Okay. If you can hear that, and all right, let's start it. Take a deep breath. I want you to breathe in the color purple. Okay, envision the color purple. I just want to do a sound check. You can hear me okay? Everybody can? Yeah, okay, you hear me?
You're
okay?
good.
All right. Okay, awesome. Okay, so take a nice deep breath. Just sit in your chair. Pretend your chair doesn't even exist and you're floating on light. You're floating in the air, okay? So just start with a nice low vibration first, just to settle your energy. Close your eyes. Next 15 minutes or so, don't think of anything. You have your whole day to worry about stuff, but the next 15 minutes is yours, okay? Just take a nice deep breath in with your nose, and when you exhale, breathe out with your mouth, and as if you're blowing out a candle, a birthday candle, okay? Any stress that you feel in your stomach, your chest, or the tops of your shoulders, you breathe it out. That's how we get rid of stress, is through our breath. China has a course on breathing, and it's 2 years long. The different ways you can breathe. It's the most powerful part of our existence. Just take a nice deep breath, blow it out, and just immerse yourself into the sounds. Nice deep breath. Your day will go absolutely much better now because your energy is in a different state. You're going to go through it with more tolerance, more assuredness, and this is where the confidence comes from. Confidence can't be built up. Confidence is done from the inside and it exudes out. When you work on the inside, the outside is always better. You become the eye of the storm, where you are calm and everything around you is chaos. Doesn't mean you have to be the same. I hope this helped. Little sample. Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's the quote. Here's the closing quote. Know all the theories, master all the techniques, but as you touch a human soul, just be another human soul. From Carl Jung.
Good. Have a good day, everybody. I know you will. Don't be surprised, Wendy, if you sign a deal today.
Okay.
This is where the attraction comes from. All right. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Well, okay.
Bye.
Bye.